At this time, I'm going to ask the 20 African-American First Ladies of Atlanta, who represent many of first achievements for African-American women in the city and the country, to come forward. These women started their careers when color TV was something new. Miss Zernona Clayton, Jocelyn Dorsey, and Monica Pearson, if you can, please come to the front. Yes, when these women started, you didn't necessarily see a rainbow of skin tones when you tuned in to watch the news or any other locally produced programs then. That changed in June of 1967 when WAGA-TV, now Fox 5 Atlanta, hired Zernona Clayton to host the daily primetime talk show. She was the first black woman in the South to have her own program, and it gained so much popularity that the station had to change its name to the Zernona Clayton Show. Thank you so much for all that you do, Ms. Zernona Clayton. At WSB, Jocelyn Dorsey became the first black television news anchor for a new newscast in 1973, a position she held for 10 years. Monica Pearson joined the station in 1975 as the first black person of either gender to anchor the 6 p.m. news in Atlanta. These women did more than showcase on-air skills. They became the faces of integrity and trust for millions of people. And then we're able to see ourselves as we wanted to be viewed, and we are here to thank them for that. As Ms. Pearson, Dorsey, and Clayton step back, I want to ask the 3 different women who are first in the fields of justice to stand where the audience can see them. I believe it's important to recognize African-American women who are first in their fields because they're still making history today in 2014. And I'm about to show you what I mean when I call up our next honorees. If the Honorable Thelma Wyatt Cummings, Leah Ward Sears, and Patrice Perkins Hooker can please step to the front line. When you look at these women, you should see the faces of justice, righteousness, and concern for the common man. The State Bar of Georgia has existed for more than 50 years. But it was only this year that Ms. Patrice Perkins Hooker became the first African-American woman to chair that 45,000 member organization. Judge Thelma Wyatt Cummings Moore is the first woman to serve as the Chief Judge of the Fulton County Superior Court, and she's also the first black person to serve on the state of Georgia. But it's her personnel legacy that propelled her into law. The Ku Klux Klan burned her family's house to the ground. She vowed then to become what she is today, to balance the wheels of fairness. And also, the Honorable Judge Leah Ward Sears, she showcased the true power of a black woman's mind when she became the first black female Chief Georgia Supreme Court Justice. She also became the first black woman to hold a Chief Justice position in the entire country. When Georgia Governor Zell Miller appointed her to the state Supreme Court in 1991, she held the distinction of being the youngest person to sit on that bench. Please applaud the dedication and accomplishment these women represent as they step back. I'm sorry. Okay. Please recognize the next 2 women. They are Beverly Harvard and Rosemary Roberts Cloud. These ladies take front and center stage as tried and true public servants. Some of our honorees have such dedication to their professions that they have found new ways to apply established skills. Beverly Harvard was the first black woman police chief for the city of Atlanta back in 1994. Today, she is a United States Marshal and has been so since appointed to position by the United States President Barack Obama in 2010. Rosemary Roberts Cloud has been a firefighter for 24 years. But when she became responsible for managing the fire stations and their personnel in East Point, she also became the first black female fire chief in the United States, We applaud you both. Now, of course, we can't talk about women in uniform without mentioning the lady among us who has achieved the rank of Commander in the Air Force Reserves. Will Miss Stacey Harris step to the front, please? Miss Stacey joined the reserves in 1991. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet the first black female two-star general the Air Force Reserves has ever seen. This is a commander. This is a commander of the 22nd Air Force, AFRC. She's stationed right up the road at Dobbins, and as I told you when we brought her forward, she received her commission in July of this year. Please show your pride for this woman in uniform again in our systems of justice.